It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Herbert off of play action. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Now, this defense for the Bengals very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Mixon with a first down carry. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right in midfield. Play action. It's Herbert. He sets to fire deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The Bengals at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Burrow now off the bootleg. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 29-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key third down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football. They're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. Here's pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
McPherson's kick is good, and the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
But that seems a little devil-may-care there, doesn't it? They gave up 3 points, but how about them coming right back and putting themselves in a position to get points of their own?
The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Herbert now. It's brought in by Harris. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Yeah, come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll run with Mixon, and I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down, and the Bengals will get the football back. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Burrow. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 3rd down, Burrow. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guy. It's a great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Once again, it's Swift. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They juked him. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll decide to keep this once more. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. This goes out wide from Mixon. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. Inside handoff to Mixon, and he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
This is off the left upright, and it comes back. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Here we go. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And Burrow going to throw again. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's in. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. Here's Swift. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Here we go. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. Now it's Burrow. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. And the Chargers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So that now back-to-back drive CD that have ended with an interception.
Now, I don't know about you, but I'd call my quarterback over, put an arm around him and say, hey, take a look at the scoreboard. We're playing with a lead. Let's be smarter about what we're doing out there.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 23 yards on the play.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
From the 50, here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. 58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Burrow. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals will take over here just shy of the 30. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll get this to the 32.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try.
Touchdown, L.A.! A great effort there. His his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Chargers 7, Bengals 3.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11.
They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
I'm one, right?
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
2nd and 9.
12, 12, 12.
Burrow will throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Khalil Mack able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And he's got it inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Oh, how about this pass on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd down, Swift. 66 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal.
11 coming.
Swift again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD.
Well, Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In the case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. The Charger drive about to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah,
he's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Out to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Herbert to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
The Bengals with 2 extra DBs. A nickel look on 3rd.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Throwing, Herbert. He gets it complete to Harris. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Herbert. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Herbert. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. There he goes, right side. 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TV. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Charger drive about to get going. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Herbert off of play action. He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Gun.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
11 empty.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here we go.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
11.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brand, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Bengals, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.